edition of S.O.W. Stream of Wisdom, Houston branch. I am your host, Shathak Shakar. Oh, and the crowd goes wild.
That's crazy.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Just mess with y'all. Little animation for y'all. Yeah, but thank y'all for joining us. Let's make sure we get the links out so that there's nobody that's missing this well-needed class. You know, the views should be on over 1,000, over 10,000, over 144,000 should be the views right now, the live views in commenting. Over 144,000.
They all just getting off work. They tired.
Nah, you got it. As I was riding around today, I was listening to the scriptures, right? You know, got the audio Bible playing. You gotta crave the sincere word, right? Like newborn babe. Just stay latched. You're to the teeth of the wisdom.
To the teeth.
You know how don't be that one baby. For any sister that's breastfed before, having a problem getting your baby to latch, don't be that one that's having problems to latch onto the wisdom. Take hold of that. Two hands.
That teeth.
And get that wisdom. Get that wisdom, hold on to it. Buy the truth, sell it not. You know?
Preach.
But yeah, shout out to all the schools, Rochester, Norfolk, Albuquerque, and San Antonio. And whatever other Israelite camp, school that's out there, or church, if it's Israelites and y'all are preaching the truth, y'all bringing the truth out, you know, we salute you and we thank you for your hard work and dedication. Let's keep the train rolling till Yahweh Shai comes back. By Shem Shai.
Yep.
That we got a great class for y'all.
Well, you always say that.
Because it's true.
You be like, it's a great one.
We ought to just click how many times I've said that and just make a trailer of it.
Got a great class for y'all.
Got a great class for you.
Got a great class for y'all. Nah, we gotta follow up to the last 3 classes tonight for the sisters about marriage. Right? So I think I said it. I think I said we were gonna talk about what a woman was supposed to be looking for in a man, Israelite man, before she got married, and I would follow it up with the flip side, male version. So that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, there's probably gonna be multiple parts. This is part 1, right? I mean, y'all know, ain't no rush. I don't feel like being in a rush. So we go through a lot of info. We go through a lot of info in the little 2 hours. So you know. What do you want to title this class? You can title it what you see on the YouTube, which is brother, and then you put a stop sign and a hand, pause it. Brother, stop. Before you marry, watch this. Brother, no. No. Right? Or
the apostle said to Christ, it's better if a man don't marry.
Paul said it too.
He sure did.
Paul said it too, right? And this is not to, remember, this is not to demonize marriage, because it says marriage is honorable to the Most High. So this is not to deter marriage or to demonize it, but again, what's the number one thing that Israelites is doing? Marrying. It's the number one thing, is getting into relationships, right? We're getting into relationships with each other, and we're not necessarily, and I'm talking about, I don't want to say the majority, because I don't know the majority, but just from what I see, You know, there's a lot of brothers and sisters that's not getting into the relationships the correct way, or using the resources afforded to them to have a higher success rate, right? But there is no 100% correct way to get into a relationship. But there are tools that brothers and sisters have that I think if we use those tools and use the tools properly, you'll have higher success. You ever try to hammer in a nail with a screwdriver?
Con.
Your success rate is not going to be very high.
It's frustrating.
Yeah, as opposed to just using what was created to knock in a nail, which was a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
You ever try to screw something in with a hammer? It's just not the same, right? So they're all
Or a
tools, or a butter knife. Yeah, they're all tools, but there is a proper way to use what we have around us. So with this class, what is this class designed? Let's see. Let me get into my little trusty, because I don't remember everything. Let me get into my little trusty Word document. I have a title for this class of just identifying a God-fearing wife. I didn't do it all dramatic like the YouTube. Identifying a God-fearing wife, right? So, who's the target audience is men seeking a wife, but then also it's also women seeking to be a wife. You can look at this from the flip side and say, oh, okay, this is how I should be if a right man is a man in the spirit is looking for a wife. This is what he's going to be looking for. It's like if a woman wants to be with a millionaire, doesn't she got to be where millionaires are?
Okay.
Yeah, she got to be where they at. She got to be in those social circles. So if you want to be with a God-fearing man, well, this is how you have to posture yourself. And these are the attributes that this man is going to be looking for. So the target audience, men seeking marriage, women seeking to be married. What's the objective? To equip brothers with the biblical discernment to identify, evaluate, and pursue a godly woman whose character aligns with the biblical standard of a wife. That's the objective, to point out and highlight what brothers should be looking for in a woman. Because let's just be honest. We know the first thing we see. We know the first thing that we're fed in our algorithms. We know the first thing that they tell us to look at in the world. We know what the first things are, and you're not going to be able to avoid that. You're not going to be able to avoid a woman's beauty. She's beautiful, she's beautiful. Right? She looked good, she looked good. So what? So we know what we're fed as a prerequisite to get into a relationship, attraction. Right? But then our job is men with discernment, men with wisdom. Our job is to look past the physical. Con?
Con.
Right? So, yeah, we're gonna do this by like sessions. I got this in sessions. This is session 1. It's like a therapy session.
Oh, yeah.
This is session 1, right?
We need to get couches for everybody.
Yeah, we gotta get couches for brothers. They could, sisters, they could. I feel like a therapist when I'm on 3-hour phone calls, 4-hour phone calls, just letting people pour out their whole minds with no judgment.
Much needed.
When they say we hear but not judge, I mean sometimes they don't want me to say nothing, just listen. All right, but I ain't gonna really help too much. So this is session 1, right? Session 1, and you could put in session 1 the divine standard, discerning character over cosmetics. Divine standard, discerning character over cosmetics. And obviously, who thinks they know what this is going to go into? Discerning character over cosmetics. What is it going to touch? Again, what's the first thing that we're trained to see as a green flag for a relationship, men? You know what? Yeah, brothers. What are you told to look at?
Her beauty.
Right. So when you say her beauty, what does he mean by her beauty? What characterizes beauty? What is the beauty? What are they telling us to look at? What's supposed to be beautiful?
Like the outside, like the body figure and all that stuff.
Right. The shape of her derriere. Right. What else?
So nowadays, it's a lot about the aesthetic of how she looks and how she dresses and what she got on.
Or what she don't got on.
Or yeah.
Right? These days it's more like what she don't got on. Now it's not even about the back. What they highlighting now? What they highlighting now in photos? They don't do the photo where they do like this no more with the booty out.
Oh, no,
They stand there in the position of being patted down by a police officer with their legs spread, and they showing off the front. They got on some tights, right? They got on some type of spandex, and they're making sure they're showing off that cavity,
Kind
right? That's the new thing now. I don't know how new it is. It's not that new. It's kind of old, but it's the way Glorilla, right? She kind of pushed that moose knuckle thing, right? Right. And then now they make sure that they make spandex. They cut them a certain way to make sure that that part of the woman is accentuated on a high level, right? And now when you go to the gym, first thing you see, right? When you go to the grocery store, first thing you see. When you go to church, first thing you see. Oh yeah. Let's not act like they're not in church in spandex.
I know that.
They be in church with tight dresses on, right? You got the deaconess with a BBL running around tight. Who's that? Jamal Bryant, his wife.
Yeah.
BBL with a tight dress, bosom out. So there's an image that they feed us socially, right? For us to approve this woman for marriage. Like that's the approval. But men of discernment, men of wisdom, right? We're being trained through the wisdom, through experiences that that can't be it. Because some of our own experiences taught us like her booty and her beauty can't raise kids.
Or cook a meal.
Or cook a meal. or show humility. Or show respect. Just like a lot of women through their experiences learning, oh, his six pack abs don't raise children. They actually just keep producing children, but they don't raise them.
It offers no wisdom.
No wisdom. Yeah, so through our own experiences, we're learning, wait, this is not the way to go. And, unfortunately, some of us have to learn through experience of firsthand, but then some of us can learn through secondhand experience. Right? So this is just to highlight what is out there, what the experiences are, firsthand, secondhand, thirdhand, and try to at least give the ones that have no experience a chance on a good foot. Get on the good foot, right? And then those that have made the mistake of falling for the cosmetic, falling for the makeup, you got with her because she did her makeup well, and after a while you got tired, or she had a certain hairstyle, or she had a certain body figure, or she hit the gym a lot. So what? So what if she hits the gym a lot? What does that mean? What's her purpose behind hitting the gym? Was it to get the attention of other men, or was it to genuinely be in shape?
Healthy.
To be healthy, right? Because everything and everyone, they have a purpose of why they do things. There was a sister that used to come to class. She was a gym rat. She was all about that gym. She was very fit, acrobatic, doing backflips, all types of poses and right?
Yeah, the crazy poses, you know.
Yeah,
like
when you could bend your back and your knees are still touching the ground, but the back of your face is.
Yeah.
She had a whole demonic spirit on her.
Oh.
Because when she didn't touch that gym, the demons start floating and moving around. But then the gym was that was her way of going out and exposing herself to the masses. So she didn't use the gym solely to be in shape. She used it as her connection point, right? With men, with women, whatever was floating her boat that day. Yeah. She didn't
In the
use
truth.
She didn't touch. Yeah.
In the truth.
Yeah, but that's the point. She wasn't in the truth. Because she didn't use the Bible as her outlet. She let the gym be her outlet. Right? That's the point. So she's not in the truth. She didn't transition from world to truth. She was just amongst the body. But I wouldn't categorize that sister as being in the truth. She was a anyway. So we got to understand, what is the purpose? Yeah, she's in shape. She goes to the gym. All right, cool. Now what? So now you got a gym rat that you got to break out of being a gym rat and get her into spiritual warfare. Or she eats clean. She's a vegan. All right, cool. What else comes with that? a lot of weird things if it doesn't go unchecked. If it goes unchecked, right? So you know, it's about being able to see this person for who they are, and then being able to say, well, with this person, how they are right now, once the Bible is introduced into their life, can they become a better person? Or is it a constant fight? Is it a constant back and forth to get her on the same energy and wavelength that I'm on? Am I gonna constantly have to fight to allow the scriptures to be the forefront of our relationship? Or is her outward appearance, her aesthetic, does that take precedence? Meaning she has to be in the gym, she has to do this, she has to be over here with these type of people, she has to be doing this outside of the Bible. She don't got time for she don't got time, she don't got, if it ain't her way, it's the highway.
Jezebel.
God. So these are the things we're going to be talking about and exploring. So y'all wrote that down, right? Divine standard?
Can you repeat it again?
Divine standard,
discerning.
discerning character over cosmetics. So if we're going to talk about beauty or what a man looks at, and we know that we're being taught it's beauty, it's beauty. That's why they got the cosmetic industry is $1 billion industry. Makeup, cosmetic, hair weaves, $1 billion. Why? Because women are transforming themselves from one thing into another. And men are like, ooh, I want the other thing. What does it mean that a man has to undergo? What does he have to do mentally and spiritually when looking at a woman? Wouldn't you have to shift your perspective on beauty? Not that a woman can't be beautiful and be a good wife, but wouldn't you have to undergo like a reformation? Wouldn't you have to reform your thinking on, am I approaching her just because of her beauty? I'm approaching her just because of her body? I'm approaching her just because of the type of job she got? I'm approaching her just because of what I can get from her? Wouldn't you have to change your mind? Well, I only like her because she liked me. Wouldn't you have to have a different mind state? Brothers, come on. Listen, y'all gonna participate because the last 3 classes, the sisters had to participate. So come on, right? Wouldn't your fundamental thinking have to be a little bit different? That BET tip drill thinking, that ain't the thinking, right? The juvenile back that ass up thinking, right? That ain't the thinking, right? You'd have to switch gears, and basically what you're looking for, you would have to be first. if you're looking for a godly woman, then you have to be that godly man, correct? Because isn't it hypocritical? Well, I want this type of woman. She got to be submissive. She got to know how to cook. She got to know how to clean. She got to know how to sew. She got to make money, babysit, make kids, make a house. She got to know how to make everything from scratch. But then you just a bum. You bring nothing to the table. But what? I got a few scriptures. I got a few scriptures to rub together, sis. I got a few scriptures to rub together. No, you'd have to be what you're looking for. And that's why a lot of brothers miss the mark. Because you're not what you're looking for. You're looking for something, and then you gotta catch up and try to become that thing. But by the time you catch up to what you're looking for, it's gone. Or you've already destroyed that person. That's why a lot of relationships fail. Because you're not ready yet. You're not in that mind state to be that godly husband. Right? You're not in that mind. You haven't switched your fundamental thinking from, you know what, I'm looking at this, her chocolate skin, her this, her that, her eyes, they're almond shaped. Her hair is silky. She brown skinned, she got nice full lips. You haven't switched from that to, wait a minute, what'd that look like in 20 years? What'd that look like in 6 months? The gym body that she had, what happens when we do lay down and then we produce a child and she gains a little bit of weight? And her body changes. Yeah. You didn't think about those things. Why? Because there's a carnal mind there, but you're only carnal on one level. You're carnal on the things, set on the things that you like to see, but then you forget, wait, damn, she is gonna gain a little weight. Damn, we are gonna get old. Damn, beauty is gonna fade. Skin is gonna get wrinkly. Hair is gonna get gray, right? As we age, we put on a little chub. We put on a pound or two as we age. You ain't the same when you was 20, when you 40. You ain't the same. You gotta work to, you to keep that. But if you're not positioned mentally the right way, when those things start to fade, that's when the relationship starts to go downhill. And for some, it happens blink of an eye, right? It happens a blink of an eye. Y'all get into a relationship, you get comfortable, she get comfortable. All of a sudden, she ain't working out like she used to. She ain't doing the things she used to before she got you. And you're like, wait, hold up. What's going on here? Nah, I don't want to be with her no more. It don't work like that, bro. You stuck. So you would have to switch your mind and your thinking on what is marriage based on? And what is it that you're looking for marriage-wise? Are you looking for a long-term, hills and valleys, thick and thin, or are you looking for a short-term, splurge, have a little fun, and then move around? Well, that's not marriage. That's not marriage. And marriage is gonna have your dips and your valleys, your ups, your downs, and you gotta fight through it. You gotta work through it. Even the world says it, in sickness and in health. Better for worse, death do us part. We don't gotta say all that, we just have to live it. Right? So, I'm gonna read this. It says, to build a lifelong covenant, a man must undergo a fundamental shift in how he evaluates value. So you gotta look at value from a different standpoint. Again, her booty, her breasts, okay, maybe her breasts, because she can breastfeed the baby. But her body is not the value, right? Her body is not the value. Her job, her resource, that's not the value. What would be the thing that you value? And I don't even have it in here, just hidden. Come on, what scripture do I want, brothers? Because if y'all don't know this, that's why y'all failing. If y'all don't know this is why y'all failing. That's why you'll fail at your endeavors when it comes to these women. You'll get sexy red and not know you got a sexy red. And it's like, well, how really get a sexy red? Well, because you don't know what value to look at. You don't know how to value a person. You don't know how to value a woman. Go to Ecclesiastes.
It's like this young brother had once said that he said he didn't like women, he didn't like girls in the truth because they're boring. He wants someone that, that can give him a little excitement. He wanted a hood chick.
You asking for more than you can bargain. Bargain. Go to Ecclesiastes 26. Read verse 15.
Fine. Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 15.
So we'd have to switch our value on what is valuable. Is it her body or is it something else? Go ahead.
A shamefaced
Right.
and faithful woman is a double grace.
Come on.
And her continent mind.
Her what?
Her continent mind.
Right, her continent mind, a restrained mind. Right? She has restraint. She has discernment. Her continent mind, she can hold herself. She's not a blabbermouth. She's not a potty mouth. That's what it means to be continent. To be incontinent means you can't hold your bowels. Right? When you look at those Depend commercials, and it says, my incontinency is so embarrassing. They're talking about pissing on themselves. That's what the old people are talking about when they talk about incontinency. They can't hold their urine in. So this woman can't hold herself from being a nuisance if she's incontinent. But a continent woman, right? Regardless of body type, regardless of anything, she knows how to what? Hold a position. She knows how to hold her tongue for the proper moments. She knows how to change the octaves in her voice when she's speaking to her man or any man. She knows how to change the octaves in her voice when she's dealing with sisters. She knows how to come to sisters and deal with sisters. But it says her continent mind, go ahead.
And her continent mind cannot be valued.
Why? Read verse 14.
Verse 14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
You know why her mind can't be valued? Because she listens first and then speaks. That's why there's no value that you can put on. It goes right back to Proverbs 31, right? Remember when we went through that Proverbs 31 back when we was in Proverbs? And I was saying, what was it about the Proverbs 31 woman that was the number one standout? What was it? Do y'all remember? The number one standout of the Proverbs 31 woman was that she wasn't saying a damn thing. Somebody else was speaking on her behalf. She was silent. She was quiet. She was just doing her work.
Her actions spoke for her.
Her actions allowed other people to represent her and say, man, this is a good woman. It said her children raised up and called her blessed. Her husband was being spoken to about her in the gates. Right? So this woman cannot be valued. You're looking for a woman that is able to be led. Now, it's hard, man, when chicks is out here getting BBLs and these crazy fingernails and eyelashes and hairstyles. They're not getting it for no reason. They're getting it because they're trying to show that they can't be led. They want to be the leader. So the first thing you wouldn't be looking for is a chick that just hit the BBL surgery or did some type of cosmetic enhancement to get men's attention. That wouldn't be the first woman you're looking for. You're looking for a woman that enhances her mind. See, this continent mind, as I go down into this class, I'm going to show you where it starts. See, some of y'all brothers think that continent mind starts with you. No, it don't. It don't start with you. Her continent mind, her shamefacedness, her grace, it don't start with you. And this is where we mess up at as men. You looking for something that you're trying to build in her, and there's something that you're overlooking in your endeavors. There's something that you're not looking for in this woman. Go ahead, read on. So right now I'm just talking about what is valuable in a woman, her continent mind. Go ahead.
And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
There's nothing more worth than a mind well instructed. That's where you should be looking at value. Can I instruct her? right? Can she hold her mind while I give her my mind and instruct her and lead? Can she allow me to lead? Is there always going to be pushback? Is there always going to be a fight? Because if you start out like that, guess what? It's going to continue to be like that, right?
Yeah.
So how you start is how you end. Unless you just lose all type of maintenance and then it just goes downhill. But if we start out with her being incontinent, that's going to be real hard to change. If we start out with her being disrespectful, if we start out with her being rude, with no grace, with no discernment, like, it's going to be a hell of a feat to get her in line with you. So we got to look at, from a value standpoint, what is valuable in this woman? Just like, what makes us valuable to the Most High? Isn't it our ability to follow and listen? Isn't it, if you hearken, if you diligently hearken and then obey, I will give you these valuable things. But if you disobey, I'll devalue you. Didn't he say that? Not in those exact words, right? But the devaluing is us going through curses. The valuing us is putting us through blessings. So I'll devalue you when you rebel and don't listen, but I'll value you above all when you hearken and do. When I'm able to instruct you, when your minds are continent. So it's not just a man looking for a wife thing, it's the Most High trying to reconnect with his people thing. And so what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If the Most High implies it to the whole nation, then that trickle-down effect is going to go between husband and wife. Doesn't that whole obedience thing work when it comes to children? Don't we want our children to be continent? Or do you want it to be, hey son, go sit down? And he's like, no, hell no, I ain't sitting down. Wait, what? That's a lack of continency. That's very incontinent, right? A child that can be instructed is a valuable son.
Yes.
Right? There's no profit in ungodly children. So the thing that I'm highlighting or bringing out, it's a nation thing. It's not just a relationship thing. And if we look at it more from all different angles, relationship and nation building, we'll be a little bit better off. You can drop that. I'm gonna finish reading. It says modern culture trains men to look through the lens of transit consumerism, meaning, just things that are not valuable, right? You ask a young kid, man, what's your goals in life? I need $1 million. Okay, I get $1 million by 25. That's not realistic. It's just, it's vain, right? What's a real goal for a young kid? Go to school, get an education, and then try to find some decent job, or even now in these days, start a business, right? Even the streamer thing. Hey, go be a streamer. If you say I would be a streamer, I say, okay, you might have a better hand at that than trying to make $1 million out of nowhere, right? But we're taught to just look at these things that 1 minute they're gone and value them so highly, then the 1 minute they're here, the next minute they're gone. And because society is teaching us how to move like that, they just feed us the algorithm, right? They feed you the algorithm. They feed you, we were talking about it yesterday in Hebrew Academy, just about how they have these different tiers of products. It's the same product. It's the same product, right? But they have different tiers where they'll take away, like, let's say a phone. Let's say this phone right here. They'll offer this phone in an ultra and then in a regular. And the only difference is the camera. That's it. So that's the only difference between the 7 and the 8 that's coming out. There's no difference in the phone. But guess what? That price tag is different. They got NBA 2K coming out, 2K27 coming out. How much is it? No, the regular 2K27 is $69.99.
Yeah.
But the Ultra, right, it's $139. $140 for one video game? So me and Noah, we driving, because he's like, yeah, I want to get that 2K. I'm like, bruh, how much is it? I was like, come on, you must be crazy. And he said, but there's a regular one. I said, oh, that's how they gonna get you. I said, look up the difference between the regular and the ultra. And all it is that they supply you with a bunch of VC points and they give you a bunch of things on the ultra that if you're too lazy to work for, you just pay for. Because they know that we're consumers, we're not hard workers, right? They know about our consumerism, that we'll just consume vanity and we'll consume it. That's why they give you a Cardi B as the model, the woman to look at. She's the beauty standard, right? The Beyoncés, the Lottos, the Sexy Reds. They'll give them as the beauty standard. Why? They didn't work for those bodies. They just went and lay on a table and got pieces added to them.
Oh, wow.
Kim Kardashian. They just laid down and got put together like a robot, like Frankenstein, right? But we know that they know that we'll eat that up. Like, damn, a woman can look like that, or I can look like that without work. You know what? That's what I'm about to go do. And then what do we do as men? They throw it in the hood. When they throw the BBLs in the hood, when they release that, oh, it was up. It was up for the hood. When they let BBLs, when they release those into the hood with that long braid that goes down in them eyelashes, oh, it was up for men. Ooh, it was over. Because that was the standard. And they knew that we was gonna eat that up as men, right? Now your grandma got damn eyelashes and fingernails. You got dudes walking around with them damn fingernails. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, right? So they know that we consume, but they give us the wrong things to consume. So we have to look at the value, right? Evaluating women much like commodities on a shelf. So that's what we're taught to do, is evaluate her off of these standards, but not off of what matters. How big is the butt? How nasty does she talk? How many bodies she got? There's a reason why they promote these things. Remember women talking about how many bodies they got?
Oh,
yeah, there's a reason, their body count. There's a reason why they put these things out there. Oh, she's experienced. Okay, so she know what to do. I value that. She's been around. Or she ain't scared to show off herself. Or she ain't scared to do this. Or damn, she could take a whole, what they do when they when they be in the club and they pour the liquor into their mouth? What they call that?
Driving the boat.
Huh?
Driving the boat.
Is that what they call it?
That's what they call it.
You know when they be in the club and they be like pouring a whole bottle of liquor in their mouth? Damn, she could take that the whole bottle in one shot. She a G. Some men value that.
That's crazy.
Some men is like, ooh, we got one. We got us one. they be hyped when they see that. Turn up. Damn, she took about 10 shots to the face. Still moving around. All right, that's what's up. She a G. She a rider. You'd be surprised what men are taught to value, right? So again, we have to realign our values, right? So you're gonna write down point number 1, the deceptive nature of the exterior. The deceptive nature of the exterior, right? Because it's very deceptive. And these are just gonna be some basic scriptures. I gotta send this to you, huh? K and money. I sent it to the deceptive nature of the exterior. Go to Proverbs 31 and 30. Proverbs 31 and verse 30. How we looking online? We got some comments?
Yeah, questions and comments.
We got questions? Okay, let's see what we got before we hit the scripture. There's a lot. Oh, they're saying a lot. What are they saying? I have a question. What is your impression on the person who has a low IQ versus a high IQ? My opinion is not, I don't look at people's IQs. I look at people's spiritual, like what they do in the spirit. right? So, again, you can have a high IQ and be spiritually low. That don't mean nothing. The IQ is what the world measures intelligence by. But you have many high IQ people that have low moral standards, right? Or they can. So we don't look at IQ, we look at your biblical IQ in being able to read, comprehend, and then apply. So the worldly IQ test, biblical IQ, that's why we're going over these classes, because some brothers and some sisters have low IQ when it comes to discernment of people and being able to understand what type of people they should attach to themselves. You could be the most book smart person and choose incorrect friendships and partnerships. And then remember, the Most High says in Corinthians, he uses the base things of the world to confound the wise. So high IQ, it's not necessary in this setting, right? High IQ from a worldly standard is not necessary. High spiritual, high moral IQ, biblically, is what the Most High is looking for. He's looking for just men and women, right, that stand up against evil. Beauty fades, women age, if she becomes ill. Yeah, is she still going to be relevant? Well, that's a good question. She said beauty fades. What'd she say? This is Abadiah. She said, beauty fades, women age. What if she becomes ill? Is she still going to be relevant? Well, see, that's the problem. That's the problem. What did that man choose for? Did he choose off of the here and now? Or was it a long term, man, what if she gets ill? Right? Am I still going to be there to help her through her sickness, through her illness, because I value her mind? Or now because she's ill and can't move around the way she once did, or provide, or via bank account, or whatever the case may be, now she's not valued? See, what it does is shows you where that man's values, or what he values in that woman. When he withdraws because she's sick, or withdraws because the money ain't the same, or withdraws because what? Her body ain't the same. It shows you what that man chose for. It showed you where his IQ was. Y'all see this? Come on. So a woman that's sick, her value shouldn't decrease because of sickness, because the Most High ain't devaluing us because we get sick, right? He said in our weakness we're made strong. So he actually values us more if we get sick and we fight, right? But read that. That's why this scripture is so important. Read.
Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 30.
Come on.
Favor is deceitful.
Come on.
And beauty is vain.
Read it again.
Favor is deceitful.
Go ahead.
And beauty is vain.
Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. Now, I know there's more to the scripture. We're going to wait. Right? Favor is deceitful. What is favor? When it says favor, what do y'all think that favor is? What is that? When it comes to a woman, man, she got favor. What's that? Or she's they're what? Right. She said that woman's charm. Right? Now, is not favor subjective?
Yes.
Is it not a subjective quality? Will not a woman be more charming to a man that she likes as opposed to one she don't like? Let young Bryce pull up in front of, a certain type of woman. She's gonna be more favorable towards him, and then when I pull up, she's gonna be like, ugh. It's just how it is, right? But isn't it now that her favor is not really? It's not that it's not genuine. It's just that it's manipulated by what she sees and what she likes. That's why favor is deceitful, because why? Her charm can change over time. 1 minute she rocking with you, she loves you, you the best thing since sliced bread.
Con.
You better than sliced bread. 5 years later, you like chopped meat. What am I, a dog's head?
Like ground
You like,
beef.
what am I, chopped liver? Who said that? He said, what am I, chopped liver? You like chopped liver. Who had to say, who said it? Who was that that said it? What am I, a dog's head? Who was that, Goliath?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said,
yeah.
He's like, what the hell's going on here? We're
What
like,
am I, dog?
what am
What
I?
am I with a stick and
Yeah, like, what am I, a dog? But see, that's what favor brings you. Favor can be up and down. 1 minute her favor towards you is, yes, me lord.
mm-hmm.
And then her next favor towards you is to call you by your government name.
Read.
Yeah. 1 minute it's Otto one.
Mhm.
Khan Otto one. And she enunciate Otto one. And then when she get mad at you, she calling your ass Charlie. Yeah. She hitting you with the government with your middle name.
Oh.
Or my nigga. Or bro. Alright, bro.
Bro.
When she in love, it's you know what I'm saying? I'm the one, me lord. She's saying your name, your Hebrew name with a Spanish accent.
Ooh.
How that work? But as soon as her favor goes away, you just that nigga from down the block. You like any other man that she detests.
Get on her nerves.
Yeah, and she says it like you get on her nerves. Your name rolls off her mouth like it's detestable. Right? It says favor refers to charm, grace of manner, or social polish. So she can be socially polished because of who she wants to attract. Right? Who she wants to get next to. But then as soon as she get next to you, then what? That nigga get rusty as a nail in a rainstorm. That polish is gone. She get in the house, she comfortable, all of a sudden, oh, got him. Let her hair down. For real, let her hair down. And you see all that rust. All that polishing that was done just to get you is now rusty and dim. Right? And so what is it about favor? You got to be able to see through her favor, see through the smile.
Mm-hmm.
A man, listen. There's nothing more that a man likes when a woman smiles at him. I don't care what none of y'all say. Fight me on it. There's nothing more.
Ain't fighting.
There's nothing more just when a woman, like, you know, when you hit like a little store and your little cash register chick, she looks at you and smiles, have a good day. And she smiles and you're like, oh, you have a good day. We like that. Okay, maybe when you're above 30, you like that. Maybe when you in your, okay, maybe you like cats above 35. Maybe you youngsters, you get all the choosing signals. When you know what I'm saying? Nobody knows what I'm saying. All right, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me.
I'm with you.
I'm like, just just smile at me, and I'm like, cool. Good day, there. She smiled. Hey,
Wow.
hey, smile
Right.
for me.
There it is.
Won't you just smile? Right? Terrible voice. Anyway. It's not that we're trying to be like up in some chick's face and we need some chick to be in our face. It's not about that, but it's the interactions, it's the pleasantries of the interactions.
The pleasantries.
It's the pleasantries. We don't, because no one likes a disgruntled at any job. You pull up to the cash register and you put your stuff down. Hey, how you doing? How's your day going? $5.99. And then she throw your change at you and just throw your stuff in a bag, and then you just look at her like, God damn.
But she says, have a great day.
But then she's like, have a great day. Yeah, have a great, wait. That's crazy.
You know, I would stop people. I would stop them when they do that and they're like acting all disgruntled and they just, here, have a great day. I'm like, really? They're like, what? You said have a great day. Yeah. Did you really mean that? And I'll be on there, I'm like, did you really mean that?
Mhm.
And then they'll say, yeah. They start smiling like, yeah, I meant it. I'm like, you know what? You're the first person to tell me that all day. I really appreciate that. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, have a good day. And then it changes their mood. But anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. So favor is deceitful, so you gotta learn how to look past the favor. Because if she wanna get with you, she's gonna be on her best behavior.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna polish up and clean up real nice.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Until it's time to get comfy, till she gets you. So you gotta be able to look past and put the favor to the side, young men, and try to look at this woman for what she is. But see, a lot of us don't get past the favor stage until you have to deal with her being out of favor with you. There's a way you could have seen it. There's a way you could have seen her favor for real, her social polish, right? If this thing was subjective or not. There was a way to see it, but guess what? Guess what? Guess what you didn't do? Guess what? Guess where brothers are messing up? You know where y'all are messing up. You ain't got no discipline in your pants. You ain't got no trouser discipline. You ain't got no discipline, man. So before you can even see if she fronting on you and faking and just trying to bag you, because they be out here trying to bag us.
Yes.
And they'll polish up and look real nice and do their thing a certain way and talk a certain way. Got him. Got him. Looking like old boy. She's saying got him to her homegirls. Got him. I got me one, y'all.
That Mona Lisa.
Got him.
That's crazy.
And you be sitting there looking stuck. Like, damn, how's she getting me? Well, because she smiled in your face. Because you was looking at, what Mike Epps say? It's your beauty, not your booty.
No, it's your booty.
It's your booty, not your beauty. You was looking at both and got caught up in the booty, and in the, oh my God, you're so handsome.
I've always wanted a man of the Lord.
You have such big shoulders. I like the way you wear your headbands on during class.
Wow.
Okay, well, what was class about? That'd be my next question. Like, what was class about? You sitting here studying my headbands. What was I talking about, sis?
What'd you learn?
What'd you learn other than the way I tied my headbands? I like the way you wore that garment. Okay, well, what was the third scripture we went over? What was the topic? Let's crush all the favor. Let's crush all the BS, right? That honeycomb. Don't it say a woman, her speech, it dropped like honeycomb?
Yeah, it drops like honey.
Yeah. Now, we're not talking about a whorish woman.
Nope.
We're just talking about a woman that you might like. And she might like you. But that's not a prerequisite to just jump into a marriage. We like each other, but are we compatible? Are you gassing me? You gotta know how to look past the gas. You know that gas, that Exxon? That thing's like 4 something a gallon. They giving y'all unleaded, the regular.
With the Supreme sticker on
The
it?
Supreme sticker. They gassing brothers up because of their favor, right? It says, while charming social skills make a first impression, don't fall, that's what we fall for, the first impression. The third impression, the fourth impression, the fifth impression. And you're like, dang, you know what? It's been 7 impressions. I'm good. She's the one for me. Okay, but the demon was waiting for the 12th impression to come out. The 15th interaction to come out. The demon was waiting past the 6-month, 1-day mark to come out. Demon time is 7th month. And you was in your head like, oh, well, you know, the school said 6 months, so I'm gonna just do it like that because I have no trouser discipline. I have no discipline. That's part of it. Part of it is discipline, being able to discipline yourself to be able to evaluate people. It takes a lot of discipline to really see what people are about and not react off of your own emotion. And for you young brothers that haven't got with no women, discipline is your #1 ally. The ability to not fall into what they want you to do, not move at their pace, but move at a pace that is comfortable for you, that you're dictating as a man. But most importantly, you can go to the Bible and see, like, you know what? The way I'm doing things is biblical.
Yes.
I could back up my actions in the spirit. Right? It says watch. Charm can easily be weaponized. Can it not? When women start to flatter you, how do they be getting men? They flatter them. And a lot of men know it. They're like, I don't care. As long as I get what I want, right? Them fat white politicians that go to strip clubs and them damn strippers is like, oh my God, you're so handsome. He looks like a pig. But they'll do the, oh, you're so handsome and do all that because they know what? He got a pocket full of money. And he don't give a damn about that. He like, look, you gonna give me this lap dance and whatever else I want because I got a pocket full of money. But she's gonna talk him up because she know he got a pocket full of money. At least they understand something. He's coming for one thing to get what he want. She getting what she wants.
Right.
But see, where we mess up is you're looking for a wife, but you're getting a dragon in disguise. And because you didn't take the time, you don't know what you're actually getting. Right?
Oh, you know, on that flattery,
Yeah.
Proverbs 7, it just beams in my brain.
You go there, or just read it. Read it for them.
Look, Proverbs chapter 7, verse 21. With her much fair speech, she causes him to yield.
Right. Ooh, hey. Yep.
With her much fair speech, she causes him to yield.
Yep.
With the flattering of her lips, she forced him. Think about the words that the Bible is using.
And we know, and there was a reason why I didn't really necessarily pick these scriptures, only because of the context, but it's still good use. The context is a type of woman. It's a whorish woman, right? Now, am I saying that, or are we trying to say that every woman that is endeavoring into marriage that doesn't fit the full biblical standard is a whore? No, we're not saying that. But what we're saying is, do you know what she really is? Do you know what she's about? Do you know that she flatters with the lips and she's ready to flip on you as soon as she gets comfortable? As soon as y'all get by yourselves, how is she gonna be? Because socially, in front of everybody else, feast days, she's the feast day wife. She'll glow, she'll float across the room, she'll serve, hey brother, you need anything? Hey, shalom sir, you need any water? You need a refill? You need me to pour your salad dressing? You need a fork, you need a napkin, and she's floating around the room. And you're like, God damn, got me one. She's righteous. Hallelujah. You hype, son. Hitting brothers up like, you see how she's moving around, You see how she's moving around, Look at her, She's serving.
Right? She's on point.
She's on point, And you hype. You're like, damn, I can't. Wait to get with that.
Hilarious.
But she's like that in front of everybody. When she get home, you like, hey, babe, nigga, don't ask me nothing.
Oh, wow.
I'm busy. What you think this is? Make your own food and sandwich and do your own dishes and laundry. I don't do that. What? But then it's like, Shalom, can we get a sister over to the school? And she's the first one. Come, sir. I'll be right over. But you asking her to do something, and it's like, who's you? Who? Why are you laughing, bro? Why are you laughing? Because you know it's true. But we've had that situation. We have to tell
the visual. And I've seen these visuals. Like, all the different times is from the different matrices is just going through my brain.
You can drop that scripture, but read it again. Read it again.
Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 30. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain.
Right. It says, it masks underlying character flaws behind a veneer of pleasantness. You know when you pull them veneers off, them little ass shark teeth looking beat up and crazy? Yeah, that's how her spirit really is when you pull away the favor. Her spirit is really beat up and like little baby dolphin teeth. shaved down with cavities and stuff.
Yo.
But the veneers cover it up, and you're like, damn, she got a nice grill.
Right.
Got some good, you pull them joints off, and them things look like nubs.
Right.
You're like, what's wrong with her teeth? Well, if you pull away her favor, because it's deceitful, you're like, damn, what's wrong with her
Oh
spirit?
man.
Mhm.
Her spirit is trash.
Yeah.
But it takes a minute to uncover. Right? It says beauty is vain. Well, why does it say that? Right? Vain. What does vain transfer to? Translate to vapor, breath. Can you see breath when it comes out?
No.
But you know it's there, right? Because it's keeping you alive. You want to talk about dolphin teeth? I don't want to talk about it. Move it on. An hour. Move it on. Yeah, get y'all laugh out. Y'all funny as hell. Y'all killing me. Y'all killing me.
Oh man. Okay.
Y'all killing me.
Yeah, pulling boys off.
Pull that cap off. You're like, damn, why that tooth brown?
Right.
Got that brown spirit, that decaying spirit underneath. Because that's what favor is meant to do. If it's not if it's not really her character, because you do have some women whose favor, that it's genuine. It's not subjective towards somebody that she likes or someone she dislikes. She's the same regardless. That's what you should be looking for. Wait, she dislikes this person. How does she treat him? Or she knows that this person doesn't favor her. How does she treat him? Now you're going to get into her character. Now you're going to see what she's really about. Because she heard such and such don't like her. Now she's going to go treat her like she ain't nothing. Now she's going to misuse her or talk bad about her. What's her conversation like when it comes to negativity towards her and people that say negative things towards her or evaluate her negatively? What's her conversation after that? Well, screw them. They don't know. Well, they suck too. Is she a tit for tatter? Does she go tit for tat? Or does she know how to take when people don't speak about her favorably? These are the things you got to be looking at. Vain, vapor, breath, absurdity. It is the same word used throughout, let's see here, right? Physical beauty is vapor, right? Why? Because we know what beauty does, it fades, right? We know that, and when I say beauty fades, beauty, first of all, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? Because you can be 50 years old and be beautiful. You can be 100 years old and be beautiful. But when I say beauty fades, meaning that soft, smooth skin that was there when she was 20, you gotta know it's gonna wrinkle at some point. That nice black long hair that she had, right? It's not gonna be long and black anymore. It's gonna start thinning out, start getting gray, right? The workout body that she was able to keep up with, well, as we age, we can't keep up with those things. So whatever standard of beauty that you measured her off of, she's not gonna stay there as she gets into her old age, just like us men. Right? We start out nice full head of hair, right? Brothers got bustling hairlines, boom, 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 waves, 360, all that. Muscles, chest, abs. Some of us got keggers. Some of us flabby like Larry Holmes and sick. Some of us balding, got the whole sunroof open. Right? We've talked about this. All you got is a beard. Right? Everybody can't be Bryce, bro. Deep voice, muscles, full head of hair, young, glowing skin, like a young David. Right? But he's not going to be a young David all the time. David, think about it. David got to the point where he couldn't even get his own body heat. And he killed tons of people. He was a warrior. He was strong. He took out Goliath with a slingshot. Had all the wives. And then had to get a woman to bring him heat. Because why? As we age, we can't sustain. Our posterity, it goes down. Right? So it's the same for a woman. It's the same for a man. So now you have to value that woman as she ages physically, right? You can still value her physical age, her beauty, as she ages like a fine wine, right? But then also, is she aging like a fine wine physically? But then, what is her mental? Is that aging also like fine wine, or is she aging like spoiled milk?
Yeah.
Is her mind deteriorating while her beauty, or are they both going at the same pace? That's what should happen. Her beauty, like a sister like Judith, she was right, beautiful sister, widow. The whole nation was trying to marry her. She was industrious. She was able to keep her finances together. She had servants. She kept the house together. She had a lot of things going, right? She didn't lose it as she got older. It actually got better. But beauty is vain, right? Because it can be here, like the sister Abadiah was saying, when a person gets sick,
Yeah.
yo, anything can happen to any one of us, and all of a sudden, beauty is gone. Stroke. You know what a stroke does? What does a stroke do to a person? They face.
Yeah.
What happens if your significant other just got a stroke and all of a sudden their whole face look different? And they walking different and moving different. What happens? All of a sudden they ain't beautiful?
For that ALS.
He ain't or that, oh right, bro. Like the football player Chris Johnson.
Gone.
He got that ALS.
Man.
Now if you know who Chris Johnson is, used to play for the Titans, running back, dreads, gold teeth, strong like a damn horse, running through folks. And then when he did that ALS interview, I was like, damn,
Dribbled
like a
up.
little ass boy. Like he lost a good 100 pounds. But his wife was still there with him. His kids were still there with him. Right? She could abandon him and be like, oh, you ain't the same. He got to talk through a computer. He can't open his mouth. Think about that. And ALS is rapid. That thing hits you and you're out of there in 6 months. Who else had ALS? The actor from Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
They called him McSteamy. He died of ALS like 6 months ago. He was in Last Ship, Grey's Anatomy. He was the bad guy in Bad Boys. He was the bad guy in Bad Boys 3. Yeah, he was in Bad Boys 3 as the bad guy. Right? He was dealing with ALS while he was filming Bad Boys. And then it came on quick and then he was out of there. But that's the point. Sickness. Your significant other don't look the same when they sick. Right? When my cousin was going through a lot of y'all know my cousin passed away, a couple of months ago from cancer. Right? And the one thing that I noticed, she changed her face, everything looked different, everything. But guess what? Her husband, he stood there, right by her side the whole time until her last breath. And even in her death, he was still there, cleaning her up in the room and making sure she was presentable and, keeping some dignity and, you know what I'm saying? Like, he did all that. Because what do you value, right? What is valuable to you? If a person gets sick and that's your way out because they don't look the same, then there's a problem. What'd you get with them for? You know that sickness is inevitable. You know that bad health can be a thing. What you doing, running? So, as a man, we gotta understand the things that can come in marriage and what we're gonna be up against and what we gotta fight through, right? You can't run out when a person gets sick. You can't run out when things don't look the same. You gotta stick through it, right? You gotta, who did it? Who was it? LeVar Ball. His wife had a stroke. You know LeVar Ball? His wife had a whole stroke. He sat there and nursed her back to health. Nursed her back to health.
Is that the one? Didn't you left him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he booted her, but from what I was seeing after, I think he gave her the boot. He wanted to live a different lifestyle and she wasn't with it. Either way, he stuck through getting her back to health. A stroke is a big thing. You know what I mean? It's just things like that we got to prepare for mentally when you just never know what can happen. And so it's not an excuse to no longer love or be there for this person. If you had to wipe your wife's ass right now, would you do it? Yeah. See, Y'all hesitating. I'll do it.
You talking about is she healthy? Or
No,
she-
not right now. Not as,
Oh.
not as she was healthy.
Oh.
Y'all know what we talking about being sick.
Yeah, kind.
Like, why would you get with a person if you wouldn't be able to do that for them?
Kind.
I hope she'll wipe my butt.
Have you done? Yeah, come on in. You mind standing
Nah, that's
up?
crazy. Nah, that's wild, bro. We ain't talking like that. I'm talking about if she's sick, right? You gonna change? You gonna flip her over to not get bed sores and do all that stuff? If you're not willing to do that, then there's no point.
Right.
Because that could be a thing, and then what? I would want somebody to do it for me, right? But if you, who said it? He said I would. Christopher Reeves was paralyzed from. Yep. I'm just saying. Right. His name was Eric Dane. Yeah, Eric Dane.
I remember him.
Yep. Right. See, Sylvia said I did it. Yeah. All right, because her husband was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. If you're not willing to take that, if you're not willing to go through that, like, what's the point? Right? So, beauty is vain. So, let's go to the next point. So you gotta change your vision, right? You gotta shift your vision. We tend to look at things. It's like you got like a horizontal eyesight and a vertical, and we don't look at things on a high perspective. We're not taught to. We're taught to just look at what we can see directly in front of us, and then move off of that, and not really evaluate things on a higher level. So we gotta shift our eyesight, right? So shifting one's eyesight. Go to 1 Samuel 16:7. And we know this scripture. Everyone should know this scripture. Right? So again, this class is directed towards brothers that are maybe in the market to be becoming married. Well, hopefully you're able to look at things from a different perspective. And then also for those that are married, maybe you can shift your eyesight away from a perspective you held and look at things from a different lens. What?
What's this point?
You could just write, just shifting your eyesight, or adopting. You know what? Put adopting the eyes of God. I like that. I have it written down differently. Go to 1 Samuel 16:7.
1 Samuel chapter 16 to verse 7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance.
So this is when the Most High sent Samuel to anoint a man from Jesse's house. And what does Samuel do? He going through all David and David's brothers, and he like, oh, it gotta be this one, because he big, he tall, he's strong. Most High said, nope. Gotta be him, because he's the second biggest, tallest, fastest, strong. Nope. Well, surely it's him. And he went through what? 6 of his bros? And David was what? Obviously the smallest, most runty one out of all of them. Right? So the Most High had to instruct Samuel on look not on what? Go ahead.
Look not on his countenance.
Don't look at how beautiful the countenance, right? The glowy skin. Right? The stature. Go ahead.
Or on the height of his stature.
And that's what we look at. We look at like the size of her cup. And how in those jeans. You start singing Genuine when you see it.
Wow.
You start apple bottom jeans, boots with the straps. See, look. Yeah, you go back all the way to 2007 with the Timbs with the fur on the top. Some apple bottoms. You looking at how well she fits in certain clothing, right? And how she looks aesthetically on your arm. Well, yeah, we a power couple. We the Jay-Z and Beyonce of the camp.
Oh, no.
We the Nelly and Ashanti of the truth. Like what? What are y'all talking about?
No.
What are y'all talking about? You really the Ananias and Sapphira of the camp.
Dang.
You really them.
Ah.
Right? Why? Because you're not looking at spiritual, you're looking at physical. So you're looking at all these carnal things of how she operates carnally, and you're looking at her countenance, man, she, you know, when she has that resting face, it's like the face of an angel. And she, you know, this, and her hair glows and all this different stuff, and her fingernails her hands never look like dishpan hands. And she always got her toes did. She always looking like she's stepping out of a magazine. That's all cool. That's all cool, and we all have a different standard, right? We all have a different standard on what we look at as dope or beautiful when it comes to our ribs or when it comes to women. We all, as men, have different standards. Some men just like a chick in house attire. Some men like when a woman is in a nice dress. Some men like when a woman is in pants and jeans and spandex and got her little cleavage out and certain hairstyles. Okay, cool. Right? But then we know there's certain things that are appropriate, certain things that ain't. Right? But don't look at the countenance. Go ahead.
Because I have refused him.
Come on.
For the Lord seeth, not as man seeth.
So what does that mean? If we're trying to be children of the Lord, if we're trying to be perfect like your Father in heaven because he's perfect, and we trying to be like the Father, don't we have to adopt his eyesight as men and see things through his lens?
Okay.
Put on the same glasses that the Most High is wearing and look at things the way he sees them? What is looking at things the way we've been taught? What has that gotten us? Heartbreak, heartache, right? Come on, man. My first couple of relationships young was just all about beauty. I went for the most beautifulest chicks. That was just me. I want her. I didn't care if she was out my league. But then guess what? That's where all the heartbreak came. Because when somebody more handsome than me came along, she was with him while she was with me. That ain't good, right? I had to change my vision again and look at what was more valuable, what was value, right? Not that beauty is not you know, you want somebody that's beautiful. You want somebody that you can wake up next to in the morning without them having to run to the bathroom and put on tons of makeup to look good, a weave. Like if she gotta wake up and put on the weave before she say shalom, damn. Damn. You just,
No,
she got you.
She started making sure she wake up before you.
Yeah, she wake up before you and she just humming around the house. And you like, damn, what the hell? Tell you wake up. Oh, I just woke up 5 minutes ago.
Wow.
She wake up, put on makeup, hop back in the bed and act like she wake up when you did. And you look like, God damn, you slept like that? You look,
Yeah. Put her teeth in.
yeah, put her teeth in, all that.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is this. Stop going off of appearance only. Again, let's be honest. We are human, right? We do have an animal sense about us. So you do want to be with someone that's attractive to you. You want to attract that person physically. You want that person to be physically attractive to you. So I'm not knocking out looks like that's not a thing. That's definitely a thing. You want attraction. Men want attraction, right? We want something that we're attracted to. But that can't be it, because once it's gone, then what? Is the marriage gone? And that's the point. What foundation do you build your marriage on? Well, it gotta be a little bit of looks. That's a percentage of it. Now, what percentage of looks does the marriage hinge on? Brothers, in your opinion. Y'all in the chat, what percentage of looks does the marriage hinge on? Everyone's gonna have different opinions.
Yeah.
What's your percent?
Me, I'll probably say
Attractiveness. Let's say attractiveness. When I say attractiveness, I'm talking about looks, body, all.
I'll probably say like 40%.
Damn, okay. What you got? What's a percentage?
What's the percent? About 95.
Damn. What's your?
Nah.
You think he's slick? You trying to get in good? What's your percent? Yashagar, what's a percentage?
I would say like 30, 33. Break
Okay.
it down in 3 parts.
3.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the percentage? What do you think it should be? I'm not saying what y'all do. I'm saying what y'all think it should be.
Oh.
Yeah, what you think it should be?
I thought you was asking what
No, because nah.
everyone's opinion.
Yeah, their opinion.
personal.
Like, what do you think? No, not their personal, because they're. It could be different. It could.
That's what it sounded like. It sounded like you
Yeah, I
asking
know.
everyone's personal.
It's like a setup question.
Yeah.
Brothers are gonna go home. Brothers are gonna go home and get beat.
So am I not?
He ain't. He ain't going home and get beat. He's at 95, so he playing the game right. Some brothers gonna go home and get lashes.
Cat of nine tails.
So what? I ain't beautiful. I'm only a 30. Oh wow. I know, my bad. I ain't trying to set nobody up, but I believe.
I'm one said 80%.
Damn.
He said 80.
80%? That means, so 80% of the relationship is beauty, then what about the other 20? Where do you fit in spiritual stuff? 20% spirit?
Hey,
Well, now we know why.
false balance.
Yeah, it's not a good balance. I like at least his 33. Right? But I don't believe that, you gotta, go ahead, what?
Can the Most High not give a man a new home?
Of course, that's the point.
A what?
Like to his liking?
Of course. I think, but I believe that every brother that's married in here got a woman to his liking, right? That she's beautiful to him. So, but that's my point, is beauty is gonna be there. That the Most High is gonna provide you with the beauty, right? But if you make everything about her beauty, then where is the room for everything else? That's all I'm saying. I was just asking based on what are y'all thinking and what should be the thing you're looking at. Because if you make it about her beauty 80%, then you only got 20% to work with when it comes to a continent mind. So now when her beauty starts to go away, because that thing depreciates quickly, depending on what she's doing.
Well, sister chimed in.
Right?
She said, I was blessed with a husband I have always considered beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, 60%. Later, after 15 years, and now being in the truth, 30.
Because you're valuing something else over his look. His wisdom should be valued. And that's the thing. I think that, see, we're trained to put beauty on a high scale and a high number, but if we look biblically, beauty was not a standard. Beauty wasn't the high scale thing, it was wisdom. It was knowledge, it was understanding, right? I think that we were beautiful people all the way around.
Yeah.
But we didn't just, oh damn, she's dope. The only niggas that ran after beauty was the ones that they was lustful, they got caught up in situations, like in Susanna. We're gonna go there. They were so caught up in the beauty. Samson, David's son, caught up in the beauty of his sister, rapes her. Right? You're not caught up in wisdom if you're caught up in the vanity, is the point. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to articulate is if I weigh out more about beauty and less about can I instruct this person, then you're gonna have a problem. Because if it's all about the way she looks if it's about 80% looks or 50% looks, but then 20% is her ability to follow, I just compromised her beauty for following. Do y'all get it? Right. You just compromise your own, you compromise your relationship. Because what would you want long term? If beauty fades, don't you want a woman that's gonna be down for you long term? Down for the Most High? Her fear of the Most High. That should be high on the damn list. That should be 80. Her fear of the Lord should be at 80. Everything else should be like 5, 15, 10. Right? Because what does the fear of the Lord do to a woman? it makes her beautiful.
Said making the man face to shine.
Yeah, it makes her beautiful, and you'll be surprised. But as soon as she loses that fear, them black eyes, them circles around the eyes come back.
Raccoon eyes.
She was looking crazy. Mud duck. What's that?
You know, in that movie Shallow How,
Shallow Hal. Yeah.
where like he was like the pretty people, quote
Uh-huh.
unquote, they were just like ugly. That's what he saw.
Yeah.
And then those that were like out of shape or had a good spirit, they were beautiful. And
They were
stuff like
beautiful.
that.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's, again, what are you compromising for your relationship? We're fed beauty standard, but we don't even know what beauty standard is. We're fed value this woman, but we don't know what to value in her. Right? Again, I'm not saying that you're not supposed to be attracted to who you're with. Right? Or else that's one of the reasons why you look their way. There's an attraction. Right? But that shouldn't, your relationship shouldn't hinge on attraction.
Right.
Because you could be attracted to, there's many women that are attracted that you would not be with. Right? You've met many attractive women in the mall that you're like, oh, I couldn't be with her.
Come.
Right?
Yeah.
There's many attractive women that you're like, hell nah, I couldn't teach her the Bible. She would, hell nah. She's attractive, but she smells like ganja. All she wants to do is smoke and drink and bring up God, F God. Like, you're like, ooh, you're attractive, but now you're less attractive because of the things that you're about.
Yeah, this chick, she one time said, I just love money. I love money above everything else. I just love money. I'm like, ugh.
That makes you less attractive to me. That makes you less attractive.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean that you're not good looking, but you're just less attractive. Hopefully y'all understand. I'm not trying to start nothing in the house. No battle of the sexes, no beauty wars. Ain't trying to do no light skin versus dark skin, none of that.
That's hilarious.
Just trying to get y'all to understand what you're compromising if you make it all about beauty. It's the same thing with a woman and a man. The scriptures tell a woman not to look for a man for his beauty.
Come.
It says that in Ecclesiasticus. Don't look for a man for his beauty. Right? Because why? What happens when his hair falls out? What happens when he get gray? What happens when he gets a little chub? What happens when he can't move around, his back hurts? What happens when he ain't the strong fighting warrior when you met him? What happens when you met him when he was bald?
And he grow
Huh?
up.
No, he never grows hair. What happens when you get him, when you get like the second half of, you get him in his twilight? Murray got me at my twilight. I don't care. She got the twilight version. She got me at the twilight of my career.
Team Jacob or Team Edward?
Damn, that's that twilight. I'm talking about the twilight of my, you know what I'm saying? She didn't get the 20-year-old me, the young, bustling 25-year-old. But guess what? That nigga was a beast. Way beastie. Because here wasn't all the way put together. Here wouldn't be able to manage a lot of the things that I got to manage.
Yeah.
That's the point. So there's a trade-off.
Yeah.
What are you willing to trade off? Right? The young, handsome, sexy guy or the wisdom guy? Can there be both? Yeah, but we know how this life goes. We know how things go, man. Through experiences where we get the wisdom. And not everybody's willing to just learn and apply right off the bat. We got to go through some things. I think about it all the time.
Yep.
Right? I think about it all the time. I'm like, yeah, this me is better than the early version of me, the 19, 20, 21. Physically, obviously, I was different. Physically. But spiritually, that guy was intolerable. Right?
Right.
Yeah, I can admit it. I've done a lot of growing. So she got a better version of me all around because I'm just not physically enabled. Like, come on, I outworked half of y'all brothers on the damn truck the other day. Killed y'all. Killed them. Brother was still sleeping when we was at the house packing.
God, no.
Right? Y'all should, look.
Like, no, we ain't picking you up.
Huh?
They're like, no, we're not gonna pick you
No,
up.
like, no, we ain't picking them up. All you gonna do is just stand there and judge us. We ain't picking them up. All you gonna do is record stuff. Like, we got boxes to move.
How you gonna say that about the dude that was there to the last drop?
Nah.
To the
You
last
weren't there.
plant.
You weren't there at the beginning drops though.
No one was. It was you by yourself, loading the truck. Oh,
No, we talking about the next day. The next day. I mean, she tried. She tried. I ain't gonna lie. I just really understand how much physically dominant men are than women. It's crazy. It's crazy. But anyway, that's not the point.
yeah, take the stock off the cross.
Man.
Bro. This guy always wants to be the martyr. So this is the problem. This is what we gotta understand. We're trained to look at what's immediately visible as men. We want to see it. We want to touch it. We want to be able to hold it. We want to be able to feel on it, squeeze it. Damn. And then that's what gets our mind motivated to go towards that thing. But we got to be motivated on a different end. We got to be able to look past the physical. I keep saying it, I'm gonna sound like a robot. But you got to look past that. You got to look past what you can touch, what you can hold, what you can kiss on, what you can be seen with. A lot of it is just, I want to be seen with something. I need a trophy chick. She compliments me. Everyone gonna be looking at me, right? Everybody gonna be wondering, how did I get with that? Yo, I got with that. Well, whatever. Got to get past that, because you only gonna get with that and then have that, and then have a lot of issues with that if you choose incorrectly, right? So again, the eyesight of the Most High is to measure the hidden things. To remember the Most High. What does He say about trying the reins? We don't do enough trying of the reins. We don't do enough proving a friend, right? As soon as you meet her, and because she likes you and she gave you some motion, some action. Oh, that's my rib, huh? But that was a week ago that you met her. You met her a week ago, and how do you know if she's not somebody else's rib? How do you know how she operates in any situation after a week, 2 weeks, 3 months? You don't, right?
Or you only know her in one zone. You never seen her outside of that zone.
Right. Yep. So we got that, right? I'm gonna read this. It says, for a man seeking a wife, adopting the Most High's perspective means asking if this woman's physical beauty faded tomorrow due to an accident or illness, and her social charm stripped away under pressure, what substance remains? What do you have if you remove her beauty? So if you said, well, 80% is beauty, if you take away that 80%, you left with 20. What you got in that 20? Or in that 50? Whatever number you put, what you got left? See? Setup question. See how I be getting them? See how I be getting them, Bryce? Brother said 80. All right, well, take away that 80. Now you're left with 20. 20 what?
20 is what's more rare is more valuable.
20 what?
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So that
20 what? How you gonna cram? You gonna cram all Proverbs 31 into that 20%?
It's like gold. It's like platinum.
See, this brother right here is hilarious.
White gold.
He sets brothers up and they be believing them too. Like, man, I got a point. Yeah, he got a point. See, Qatazap know what he talking about. I'm gonna stick with my 80. I'm gonna stick with my 50. I'm gonna stick with, okay, cool. No number was wrong. I'm just trying to get y'all to see something.
To think. Yeah.
Take away the flattering, take away the beauty, and what are you left with? Is she kind? Right? Is she kind for real? Not because she just wants to appear kind. Right? Is that a character of hers? Is she giving? Or is she giving for a reason? You see what I'm saying? It's like all the, is she really humble for real? Does she really have discernment? Right? Is she really a valuable ruby that's worth more than gold? Or is she just acting like a polished ruby in front of everyone, and then when you get home, you got quicksand in your hands. You're like, damn, I thought you were valuable. Is she fool's gold? Because that 20% is fool's gold. See?
Yeah.
Bryce was like, fool's gold, what's that?
Pyrite.
It's a real thing. It's that fool's gold. Right? Fool's gold. Right? I mean, obviously, if it's all about her spirit, all about her physical, then there's no spiritual anchor. What's the point of seeking this woman? Well, I can change her. Ooh, she'll probably change you before you change her.
Solomon felt that.
Yeah, she'll probably get you to yield faster than you can get her to yield. And it's going to take a lot of hustle and bustle and tussle to get her to yield, right? So you got to evaluate, do I even want to go at it? Should I have to go at it like this with a person to get them to yield to what the word says? No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. So we did number one. Number one was deceptive nature. 2, eyesight. 3, what is her anchor? What is the anchor? The anchor, right? And we're going to talk about it. The anchor, what do y'all think the anchor should be? I think I said it earlier. What should be her anchor? What should be the thing that anchors you? What anchors her? What should be it, in y'all's opinion?
The wisdom.
The bar.
He said, eye candy. Damn. Is this I'm on? The brother said, eye candy. Go ahead.
The fear of the Lord.
That's perfect. Yeah. It's the fear of the Lord. And I said it earlier. The anchor should be the fear of the Lord, right? That should be what anchors her. And then that's what should draw you in. That should be the anchor that, like, damn, she fears the Lord for real. Okay. That's going to heighten your attractiveness to her. That's going to make her go from, even if she was just a regular little 5, now she's a 9.
Con.
You'd be surprised.
Con. That's
Yeah.
1,000% true.
Yeah, it doubles. Remember, it says it doubled. She got a double grace. She got double fatness. She fattens his bones. It's double. Her value is doubled because of her posture to the Most High.
Con.
Right? This is important. Go to Proverbs 31 and 30 again. Somebody else help him read. He ain't the only reader. Proverbs 31 and 30.
Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 30.
Right?
Favor is deceitful.
Go ahead. So we read that. Favor is deceitful. It's subjective. It can come and go. Go ahead.
And beauty is vain.
Same thing with beauty. It can be here 1 minute. The next minute it can be gone. Read.
But a woman that feareth the Lord.
But what?
A woman that feareth the
But
Lord.
a woman that feareth the Lord. Come on.
She shall be praised.
She shall what?
She shall be praised.
That's what you should be looking for, is a woman that feareth the Lord. So what does that look like? So in your point where you put the anchor, put deconstructing the fear of the Lord. We're going to deconstruct it and understand, what does the fear of the Lord look like? We're not going to take a bunch of scriptures and 1,000,000 hours to do it, right? We got a few more scriptures. But what does this fear of the Lord look like from this woman that you're endeavoring to be with? Because can't a woman fake fearing the Lord?
Yes, they can.
Oh yeah, they can fake it till they make it. They can fake it until they get you.
Yeah.
Till they lay down with you.
Right.
Got him, sis. Damn. She fake fearing the Lord and got him. What you looking at, huh?
We said deconstruct.
Deconstructing the fear of the Lord.
This is part 3.
This is like number 3, like the third point, yeah. So we in session 1. The divine standard, but session 1 got 3 parts.
We'll
So
be
far.
passing out the collection plate
Yeah.
off camera.
Off camera and
No.
on camera. No. There's an on camera collection plate too. It's called CashApp.
Wow.
It's called CashApp Zelle, right? Right to the school account.
This therapy session is minimum
Got some bills to pay.
minimum 120
Damn.
for the first hour.
Don't do me like that, man. They're gonna flip it. They're gonna hire you. You gonna have me out here just getting ostracized by the Israelite community. Like, charging for the wisdom. But as soon as you get a donation, you charged for something. Just because you call it a donation. You did something, somebody gave you something for what you did. They don't donate to nothing. Like, come on. Okay. So it says a woman that feareth the Lord, right? So what does that look like on a woman practical day to day? Because we could go biblical and be like, see, a woman that feareth the Lord, what does it look like day to day? How does that present itself? Well, how do you know if a woman truly fears the Lord? Is somebody want to say? It's no different than how you know a man truly fears the Lord. It's no different. They're the same no matter where they are. Meaning, they could be at home, they operate in the fear. They could be around the body, they operate in the fear. They don't need an audience to perform. I don't need an audience to be who I am. I don't need, when it's just you by yourself. See, so this is more, for one, because you're not going to see a person when they're by themselves, right? Because they're by themselves. This is more of an accountability for the woman now to understand if she fears the Lord. How do you operate when you're by yourself? Are you setting up your prayers? Are you relying on the Spirit? Are you reverencing your husband? Are you, just spiritually in tune with what's going on around you? Are you looking for spiritual answers? Or are you going towards carnal devices? All these different things, right? How do you really feel about people that hold a negative opinion towards you? How do you feel internally? So this point is more geared towards sisters, for them to evaluate themselves and say, well, damn, am I operating in the fear of the Lord for real? How giving and charitable am I for real? Or is it that I look good on the school departments or on this department when I'm saying I did this and did that? Everybody can see what I did. Or is it something that is built into me? Regardless of if there was a chat for everybody to examine. Oh, that sister did that? That's what's up. Come on, sis, shalom. Barakatah Yahweh. If there was no Barakatah Yahweh's coming your way, are you still operating the same without the audience? It's a question, right? That's a question. So, a woman who lacks... Oh, yep. Can I get... Is there a regular water? No? Okay.
In my car.
No, there's some poor... Ain't there a bottle, please? He got the... Oh, you got to... Nah, look. Let me let him use his cooler.
Right.
Yeah.
As you're speaking what you're speaking
Go
on
on.
now, I posed a question in my mind, and because so the question you posed was what specifically again? On
What does it look like for a woman day to day?
Yeah, what does it look like?
Practically the fear of the Lord. What does that look like? What does it look like? Well, when nobody's looking, how is she operating?
So what came to my mind was the question of, have I seen that in person, even in being in a camp, right? And then the next thing that followed through was, who in the scriptures, other than, but not taken away from the Deborah, the Judith, right? I was thinking of, you got Hannah, Samuel's mom.
Yep.
You got the mother of the Maccabees.
Yep.
And then you got Queen Esther.
Yep.
Who in...
I'll put Judith in there. I'll put Deborah in there.
I bring up those three examples because
El Rancho.
I bring up those three examples because they were just from the context of just the surface level of the story. Like, they cried out to the Most High, and they had to go through and deal with among themselves, within themselves, to like Hannah. She was crying, praying out. She was praying out, and no words were coming out of her mouth. Esther, she was put in this position where she was at. Her uncle Mordecai checked her, like, look, don't think that just because you're in the king's house, you gonna make it. So she had to tap into like ashes and sackcloth and fasting and stuff like that on her own. And then the mother of Maccabees, where it was like, it says she what, the manly stomach or something like that?
Yeah, she girded up with a manly stomach, her womanish emotions, or a womanish, yeah.
Again, bringing it back full circle, I see the diligence of sisters around. I'm not taking away from what sisters done. Nor am I insinuating that sisters that are diligent in the truth, many of examples that they have and everything like that. But even for like us, like how you even said it, it's the same way as the man, if he has that fear of the Lord, right? When all else fails, when all your hope and so on and so forth, like a Hannah or a Queen Esther or the mother of the Maccabees, I haven't seen it. Because even if I'm comparing it to myself too, Scripture says, and I shared this with you earlier, when it was your mind to go astray, now returning, seeking them 10 times more. But and that, as you were speaking, those were some of my thoughts that were just coming into my head.
Yeah, let me get through this. So it says she maintains standards. She maintains standards. A woman who lacks the fear of God requires a human audience to behave righteously. She maintains standards only when she's being watched, praised, or managed. A woman with the fear of God operates with an active sense of integrity, and it remains intact in private rooms, behind closed doors, and in moments of total anonymity, because her loyalty is to the Most High. So that's how you know if a woman is operating in the fear of the Lord, because watch this, how does she deal in private? Does she have that same respect? Sir, other one. Or now that we're in private, I get to be the bulldog of the house because nobody sees it. And no one's gonna believe when you say she be turning up, because she's just so nice in person.
Right.
Right? How does she operate? How do you operate? This is how you know if you're operating in the fear of the Lord. This is how you know if you only fear the eyes of men or if you fear the eyes of the Lord. Right? When you're on those one-on-ones and the council is getting hot. It's getting hot, that seat. Like, I was driving today on the Beltway. And I'm driving in traffic, and I'm like, damn, it's hot as hell up in the car. I'm getting up, and I'm doing all this, right? And I'm turning the AC. I'm like, it's a hot one today. And it wasn't that hot. And when I looked down, I'm like, damn, I had the heated seat on. I was like, damn, I had the heated seat on for 30 minutes. It was just blazing me. It was hot, right? But when that hot seat get hot and I was getting uncomfortable. I'm moving around, I'm switching vents. Just looking at the temp, it's 875. Thighs is just melting, bruh. But that's how them councils be. Your thighs melt to the seat because it gets hot. How do you now react? Do you stay inside the fear of the Lord, or do you become worldly? Because ain't no brothers around. Ain't no other sisters around to see your actions. Right? So that's one. Go to Proverbs 8 and 13. So her internal accountability over external surveillance. You can write that down. I'm gonna do this for y'all. I'm gonna throw this out the chat. So we just talked about that, right?
I can go for it.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw this one in, and then you can throw the next one. So these are just points under the anchor, just deconstructing the fear of the Lord. So that's one little point, right? Her accountability. And y'all gave some good examples. You know, I always like talking about Abigail when it comes to accountability and how she really was. Because when you read the story with Abigail and Nabal was a fool, right? And so you got to think about it from this lens. When David encounters Abigail, if she was some vindictive, hateful wife, couldn't she just have stepped to the side and let David go do his business with Nabal?
Yeah.
And just wipe his ass out? But what did she do? What did she do? Didn't she appease David's anger? So what did that show about her character? That her accountability was to the Most High and not to David or to Nabal. That she was really like that for real. She was really that caring woman for real. It didn't matter what Nabal did and how he operated, right? And it didn't matter what David was about, just was Abigail. And she didn't become Abigail when David got with her. She didn't become Abigail when she met David on the way to go kill Nabal.
Dang, yep.
She was Abigail from the jump.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people miss that part in the story, that she could have slid to the side like some of you sisters would have did and said, yeah, David, go kill that nigga. He was mean to me anyway. He was mean to me for these last 8 years. Go ahead and kill him. He been mean and he was abusive and he was this and he was that. Go get him, David. I'm about to be free from this man. Right?
Yeah.
Don't say right, sisters, because that means you're going to agree with me when I say that some of y'all think like that. So don't say right to that. But what I'm saying right to is, if she really was like that, she would have let David take away all her problems. But she wasn't like that. She wasn't thinking about Nabal in that way. That's her husband. I'm going to protect my husband. Tower against death, pillar of rest. It didn't matter how he operated. Her accountability was to the Most High, so she operated in the fear of the Lord regardless of what Nabal did. Do y'all understand? She's my number one accountability person for that. You know who she is off that interaction. Right? David was her escape. And she didn't even take it. There's another perspective for y'all to go back and read that story.
I like how you said that she was Abigail before David even met her.
Yeah.
She had this way about her before he even dealt with her.
Yep.
He didn't build her up into that.
She was like that. And I'm saying that because I'm trying to get to this point that we're going to get to. It's 9, but we're going to get there. I got like 3 more scripts. Right? So number 2, what's the fear? What's another way to know this woman is operating in the fear of the Lord? The hatred of evil. The hatred of evil, and not just the fear of consequence. You know how Israel operates, like, man, I ain't going to do that because I'm going to get in trouble.
They don't say something about it. Somebody gonna say something
Yeah,
about
somebody gonna tell on me. Instead of saying, you know what, let me not do that because it's the wrong thing to do. Or let me do this because it's the right thing. Right? So this woman, what is she operating in? The fear of consequence? Or is she operating in the hatred of evil, in the mind of, let me do what's right? Go to Proverbs 8:13.
Gone. Proverbs 8 verse 13.
Read.
The fear of the Lord is to hate evil.
The fear of the Lord is what?
To hate evil.
To hate consequence.
To hate evil.
What else?
Pride.
What else?
And arrogancy.
See, these things bring on consequences. So it's not about, oh, I'm looking for we talked about this, was it Friday's class? How we be looking for the fiery indignation? Or was it Saturday's class? How Israel just be looking for the ass whooping?
Yeah.
Well, this type of woman that you brothers should be looking for is not a woman that's looking for a good time and then looking for the butt whooping. She's looking for righteousness. She's looking for accountability. She's looking to hold herself in that fear. Go ahead.
And the evil way.
Come on.
And the froward mouth do I hate.
Right. So she's not just looking to avoid sin because she fears getting caught. Or because getting caught means what? Man, if they find out, so I can't do that because my reputation. Or I can't do that because, they're going to look at me a certain type of way. She's actually in her spirit cultivating that 2 Corinthians 7, that godly sorrow. What fear, what indignation, what vehement desire. She actually has an active, healthy, built up spirit on rejecting evil, eschewing evil. But remember it talked about Job? It said one that eschewed evil and feared the Lord always. Well, you can't fear the Lord and accept evil. There's no fear, you just fear consequence. And when your mind is positioned in, you know what? Well, I could take those consequences. Or, you know what? I know the Most High gonna get me. I'll just deal with it. How many times I've been in some councils, man. I've heard Rib say it. I'll just deal with the punishment of the Lord. Like, what? Damn. So instead of just being humble, instead of just locking in, you'd rather just take the ass kicking? I've heard sisters say it. I've heard sisters say it. And that's what you have to watch out for. Because that means that there's nothing that's off her table. Meaning she'll do anything and wait for the punishment later. Right? So adultery, that's there. She can do that on you. And then she'll just wait for the punishment later. Hatred, backbiting, murmur, all that stuff is in her wheelhouse. It's just, I'm not really doing it because I don't want to look for the punishment. I don't want to look for the fiery indignation. We should not be looking for fiery indignation. We already went over this on Saturday, right? Wasn't it Saturday? We hit that Hebrews. Yeah, it was Saturday. See, I got bad memories. Right? This is about a moral compass. This is about her morality. Now, where do a lot of brothers fail? Because you don't know a woman's real morality for real. You're basing her morals on the fact is did she cover up her little top titty right here? Did she cover up the cleavage? That doesn't dictate her morals. Because when she's ready to show them to you, did you question her morals then? See, when she was ready to show them to you, you didn't question her morals. You was with it. Oh, we ain't gonna get caught. Don't worry about it. Huh? Wait, we shouldn't even be thinking about this right now. We just barely betrothed a week. I don't even know you like that, sis. I don't know what your moral compass is, but you showing me. So, what are you looking for as a man? Where is her morality? Is it based on consequence or is it based on the fear of the Lord? Right? And then the last thing, another thing is that we just read it in Proverbs 31 and 30, the source of praise. You can write that down. Number 3, the source of praise. Right? What does it mean? Is she looking for the praise in everything she does? Is she looking for that vainglory? Mm-hmm. Does she need to be told, at a girl, you didn't tell me good job today. You didn't congratulate me and give me the old smack on the ass and tell me attaboy. Or is she genuinely just like that? Is she genuinely seeing what needs to be done and doing it? Y'all got a question?
Oh, no, he was giving me the point.
Oh, no, okay. Is she genuine about what she's doing, not looking for a praise, not looking for a girl, not looking for the exhortation constantly? Because a lot of the times people that look for the exhortation and looking for that praise, they have to look extra hard for something to put themselves in to get the praise. And So they got to look for something like, man, if I do that, I might not get the recognition, but I'm gonna go over here and get the recognition. They'll leave things lacking. A wife that takes care of her husband don't get no recognition. Except for how? Who gets all the recognition? That's the point. He gets all the recognition. A wife that does a dope ass garment for her husband don't get no recognition. Who get the recognition? Damn, that's a fly ass garment. And then he's standing there like he made it, like, Con, I look fly.
Like, yeah, did you see this? Look at this
Like
part
that.
right here.
Yeah, he act like he made it. He's saying like, yeah, look, you like the way she did that, and look at the stick. And he like, man, that thing is fly. He get all the praise. A wife that takes care of her husband when he pull up and he looking healthy and his countenance is looking good and he's just on 10, face glowing. Damn, what you been doing? Oh, I just been studying. Now, you got a good wife at home that's been adding.
Getting you skincare products and
Yeah, she been giving you facials. She been
Right.
rubbing your feet, rubbing
Massaging
your
your
back.
feet,
She been
right.
doing all that, cooking you good meals, looking out for your health,
looking out. For
not giving you no problems, not adding to your stress,
Not adding, huh?
not adding to your stress. But she don't get no recognition for that right off the bat. Like, hey sis, good job not adding to his stress. Hey sis, beautiful tacos you made the other day. Hey sis, that was a beautiful foot rub you gave that brother. She don't get no recognition for that. All she gets is him snoring during the foot rub. Nigga pass out snoring. That's how you know the foot rub was good, sis. That's the recognition you get. What I'm saying is, to do the right thing, there's no glory that you should be looking for in it. Right? Off that. Like, there's no immediate glory that somebody needs to come and say, great job being a good wife. Great job being a mother. Like, what the hell? You push them damn kids out. Deal with it. You better be a good mom. You lay with that man. You better be a good wife. But there's no glory. Y'all get what I'm saying, right? There's a glory, but it's not a spoken about glory. Right? Because when people see a good wife and they see a husband that's benefiting, they're like, damn, man, hey, that's dope. That's dope, man. Most High taking care of that man through that woman. So we know she gets the glory, she gets the praise, but it's not always a, damn sis, that a girl. Right? So what is she looking for by way of praise? Right? Most women are happy. I know my grandma was like this, my mom's mom. This is how she was. She was happy when everybody in the house was, I remember as a kid, people would come to the house to eat and different people. And she was just happy when people ate and was fit and was good. When that plate was clean, she would just stand there and watch people eat. She would talk to them, this, that. But when we was ate and full, that's when she was happy. She didn't have to be told. No one had to walk around the neighborhood and say, oh, Miss Linton fed us today. She didn't need all that. She was just happy if you was happy. If you ate something. If you left belly full, she was good. That was her glory. That was what she took pride in. But some people have to have the announcement. So this woman, her praise, where is she looking to get that from? Right? Now this is my last point. And I gotta hit this point because it's gonna tie everything in. And it's number 5, the power of friendship. And I'm using friendship loosely because I'm using friendship not just by way of, oh, friends, but I'm talking about just all relationships in general. You know a woman by the friendships that she has and by the relationships that she cultivates. But see, this is the problem with a lot of young brothers. This is the problem with a lot of young brothers. She's out there sleeping. You don't get you don't give it a chance to actually see her relationships and where she came from, and the type of people she accepts close to her. So you never met her mom, you never meet her dad, you never meet her family, you never really meet the people that matter to her. So you could understand, wait, how is she for real? Because they're all gonna tell on her. When she gets around the family members, what does she do?
Become herself.
She loosens up.
Mhm.
She becomes herself. That social polishing is gone if it wasn't real. And then you get to really see what she's about. So what will be one of the first things you do to really get to know this woman is to get her around her family and be there with her and understand, like, this is how she operates. Okay, this is how she operates for real. Because it's not just how she operates, it's how they operate towards her. How do they treat her? How do they treat her? And why do they treat her in this way? Do they highly esteem her? Do they detest her? Do they look down on her? Is she making bad decisions? See, a lot of the times we don't even get to this point. You brothers don't get here. And this is like the tipping point to know, do I go further or do I cut it off? And I get it. Well, damn, I'm an Israelite, and you know, it's kind of hard walking up in a woman's house, and they know I'm an Israelite, and they're against Israelites. And they don't got to know all that. See, if you do things the proper way, Israelite or not Israelite, you're just a man trying to be in a relationship. So you don't have to lead with, the Bible says Esau's the devil. No, bro, that's not how you do that. When you lead in with, stop eating pork, and when you lead with that, then guess what? They're gonna fight you back. You don't gotta lead with that. Just be a human. Just be a man. Just be a God-fearing man. Leave your politics. I'm saying that loosely, right? But leave your system of belief. Leave that off the table for now.
Yeah.
You're just a Bible-fearing, God-fearing man. That's it. Right? But if they already have a narrative painted, it's already hard to be around them. So, Ecclesiastes 6 and verse 17.
Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and verse 17.
Go ahead.
Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright.
He shall do what?
Direct his friendship aright.
Right. So a woman that fears the Lord, she don't just stumble into relationships. She don't just got bodies. But most importantly, she respects. She got a healthy fear of she got a healthy fear of honor thy father and thy mother. She has a healthy understanding of, wait a minute, before I even try to endeavor into this relationship, you need to go meet my parents. You need to meet my mom. You need to meet my dad if she got one. I'm saying if she got one. We ain't all got one. But I need you to get around my family because my family is part of this decision making. Right? And now I'm saying this in this way. Obviously, this isn't a perfect world. Daddy is around, mama is around. Oh, you Israelite? We Israelites too. All right, well, let's check you out. Come on over here, son. Let's talk. Everything checks out. God-fearing man, God-fearing woman, good to go. We know it ain't like that. But you can still meet her family. They can still meet you, and you can still be on good behavior and still present as a great man, regardless of your belief. That's the point. You can still do it. But you got to know how to do it. You got to want to do it. It's something that you guys have to talk about. Right? But see, a lot of the times, again, you don't get here. And then you got to whisk her away off into the dungeon somewhere because you done sped through the whole relationship so quick. And then 6 months later, her family got to come rescue her from you. Because they hearing, oh, snap. Y'all homeless out here. Y'all doing this out here. Y'all doing this over here. He got you over here with these kids. He got you in the back alley over here living. Yo, this brother's killing me. He got you in all types of shifty go-betweens because he didn't want to do things and operate in a standard. You can't ask for the godly woman and not be a godly man. You know she got a mama and daddy. You should go meet them. You should meet them. Even under the, hey, we're just friends and we're just getting to know each other. It don't have to be, I'm trying to get with your daughter. What's the dowry? Like, bro, what are we talking about? Y'all niggas be moving so quick. How you doing, sir? I'm such and such. I'm a friend of your daughter. We're just going out to, hang out, whatever. Brothers can do that, It's okay. They're not going to be the final decision makers, But what you're trying to gauge is what's her relationship with her mom, her dad, her family. If she got a daddy at home that she don't talk to, then wait a minute. Ooh. We got to reevaluate you, sis. So you got a father figure at home, but you don't deal with him? Why not?
I hate him.
Why? Well, because he got this rule and that rule, and he don't let me go dress like this. And oh, damn. So you're going to hate me because of my rules.
Basically.
You're going to hate me because of my rules. Well, who you want to be? Well, what family member you like hanging out with? My mama, because she hates my daddy too. Damn. Okay, so now we're seeing that as the mother, so is the daughter.
As the true proverb says.
As the true proverb says, that loatheth her husband. Damn. What am I getting into? Now you can scurry on and escape this type of woman, this type of situation of repeat. Because all she's going to do is repeat what she does in her immediate home. When she gets with you, she's going to be worse.
Amplified.
Yeah. So what you're looking for is, wait a minute, how does she deal with her parents? Does she respect them? Does she respect their words of wisdom when they have some? Right? And even if she doesn't respect their words of wisdom or hold to their belief system, does she know how to cordially maneuver in those situations? Or they got to fight and argue about every single thing? Does she know how to disagree with her parents and still be respectful? Because then what happens when she disagrees with you? What would you want? That's saying respect, right? Yeah. So you're using her family and her relationships outside of you as a gauge to see, wait a minute, how is she really? It's going to be $150 because I'm giving y'all some game.
Wow.
The price went up.
I'm actually giving y'all some game, man. Like,
because we went past 9, the price has gone up.
Right? So, because think about it, this type of woman she's not attaching herself in toxic relationships. She's not in toxic situations. She's not trying to go back and forth and bicker with her family. She's not fighting. She's not always, every time you get on the phone with her, man, my daddy and my mama, they getting on my damn nerves. But you up in their house. You up in their house.
No, girl. What? For real?
Yeah, and then you like simping.
Look.
Like, girl, you moving with me.
You need to just come up over here.
Yeah, like that's your little segue to, that's stupid as hell. Because as soon as you get her to the crib and she there for 6 months and she don't like the fact you told her to wash a dish, she gonna be on the phone with some raggedy ass homegirl of hers. Like, this nigga is bugging. He got me up in here doing dishes, barefoot and pregnant. That's all he got me over here for. And she gonna just be cackling with the homies. Or uprooting some other sister's house. Talking about how bad marriage is. It's just so terrible. These Israelite men, oh my God, I don't know why I did it. I wasted my time. And now everyone hates marriage. You gotta understand what you're jumping into. Right? Her past is the most important thing to y'all's future. So, go to Susanna 1 and 1. I can keep talking, but I'm not gonna keep talking. Go to Susanna 1 and 1. Right. You know what's important about? Go back to Ecclesiastes 6 and 17 real quick. This is how you know what type of person you're dealing with. Read.
Ecclesiastes.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Talk it.
Ecclesiastes chapter 6 or 17.
Go ahead.
Whoso fears the Lord shall direct his friendship aright.
Read.
For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also.
The way they are is the way they're treated. The way they treat others is the way the treatment comes back to them. So if you're rolling and this woman and you're courting and you're dating and you know her family members, they interact with her kindly. Regardless of anything, they're kind to her. They're not, but then maybe because she's kind. Maybe because she's kind to them. Maybe because she deals with them with respect and they respect her, regardless if they don't like her religious belief. But they respect her because she's respectful. You're only gonna get what you give. But if she's always getting combativeness, if she's always getting disrespect, well, how does she react? Well, F you too. Oh, damn. Ooh, you know what? I can't do it. I ain't gonna be able to deal with it. So she gets what she gives, right? Go back to Susanna. One and one.
The history of Susanna 1:1.
Yep.
There dwelt a man in Babylon called Joachim,
Right.
and he took a wife whose name was Susanna,
Right.
the daughter of Chelsea, a very fair woman,
Very fair woman. Come on.
and one that feared the Lord.
Come on.
Her parents also were righteous,
Come on.
and taught their daughter according to the law of Moses.
And that's what you're looking for, man. What was this woman taught? Now we get it. We get it. Our people ain't teaching our people the Bible, so to speak, right? They're not like, hey, sit down, you're gonna learn the law of Moses. But shit, bruh. Are they at least teaching some type of morality? Are they at least teaching some type of, did they teach their daughter some type of standard that now we can attach the Bible to? Or do they just let her just be out there? They just give her the free pass to be willy-nilly, figure it out on her own, make a bunch of mistakes, and now you're the only viable suitor. You got left holding the bag. Because there's still people that have some level of, what's the word I'm looking for? Manners. They teach her manners. You can still not, you don't have to have the Bible to know manners, right? And proper manners in just situations. You don't necessarily have to have the Bible. The Bible now will add to those manners and show you where you got to improve. But y'all get what I'm saying, right? Yeah. People can be raised with manners and not necessarily know the law. So the law now, when that's introduced, that now cleans up what has not been taught. But if she just intolerable as a person, no manners, no nothing, no discernment, no discretion, her mama didn't teach her nothing. You know, there's certain things moms teach daughters, right? When you wear a dress, don't open your legs, don't do this, don't do that. Baby, they didn't teach her none of that. Damn. Her daddy wasn't there to show her like, hey, cover up, don't do this, don't act like this. Now, if they were there and she rejected it, you got a whole nother problem on your hands, but you'll be able to learn that, brothers. Ecclesiastes 22 and verse 3. This is what you're trying to avoid. Read.
Ecclesiastes chapter 22, verse 3.
Come on.
An evil nurtured son is a dishonor of his father that begot him.
Son, you got son, I got man. Or woman, go ahead, is a what? Dishonor, right? Go ahead.
And a foolish daughter is born to his loss.
See that? And a foolish daughter is born to his loss. You're only going to know if she's a fool by the way her parents is moving with her, by the way her relationships are directed, by the way she moves in other social circles. You'll be able to remove that front that she puts on. It's kind of the same thing on the reverse too. Gets around his family, how does he really be? All of a sudden he ain't an Israelite no more? He ain't holding no standard? Damn. Okay, well, I got with the wrong one. Go ahead.
And a wise daughter shall bring an inheritance to her husband.
Say that one more time.
A wise daughter shall bring an inheritance to her husband.
Where does she get the inheritance from?
Her father?
Her family. But they only give it to her if she's wise. They says, where's your inheritance? Well, my parents hate me. Well, why? Well, because at 16, I left the house and, yeah, you know the rest. Well, because I was rebellious. Because they had all these rules and, you know, I'm a feminist. Ooh, damn. Okay. A wise daughter, read.
But she that liveth dishonestly.
She that what?
Liveth dishonestly.
She that what?
living
Now
dishonestly.
you get to weigh out wisdom and dishonesty in this person through their relationships outside of you. Because how they deal with relationships is going to be the same as how they deal with you when it's time for your relationship. So you can get a jump start. You don't need to be in a relationship with a person to see if they're good at relationships. Just look at the ones that happened before you with their father, their mother, their sister, their brother. It's always ones of contention and fighting and anger and nature and negative. You're going down that line at some point. Go ahead. Brothers is just looking at me. The dishonesty is her father's heaviness. Go ahead.
It's her father's heaviness.
Read.
She that is bold, dishonoreth both her father and her husband.
Wait, what?
She that is bold, dishonoreth both her father
Yeah.
and her husband.
Yeah, you're looking for that boldness. When did she start becoming so bold in her daddy's house? When did that bold, it didn't start with you, husband, future husband. Started in the house. And it translates to you because you're no different than her father. You represent rules, standard, regulation. So her boldness is, man, I don't care about no dress code. I don't care about what you got to say. I don't care about no manners. I don't care about no respect. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about your opinion. I'm gonna just move how I want. But I'm gonna gloss it up and give you good favor because I want to be with you. But then as soon as the favor is done, I'm gonna show you what I'm like. Good. No, good.
You know what? This makes me think about. You know, you got your sister. I'm not railing on my sisters,
Read.
but you have your sister, and then she brings home, or she's dating a guy, and you just look at him and you say, if he only knew what he's in for, because she's putting on this front with him,
Yep.
but you know how she deals at home.
Yep. Ugh.
Or even if like your friend's sister, you know how she moves, you know how she be hopping from person to person, and you're like, this the new dude or guy?
Another one? I feel sorry. I feel sorry for him. Yep. Yep.
And that's what I hear in what you're saying.
Yeah, but that's what it is. Like you can sit, like the world does it. Like, damn, you said it. I feel sorry for him. Feel bad for him. He don't know what he in for,
Mm-hmm.
right? But you'll know because the family will tell you. So I threw some questions in the chat. Y'all could answer them on your own leisure, right? It says, as you evaluate a woman's life and character under the lens of session 1, ask yourself these diagnostic questions. Does her public persona match her private character when she thinks no one important is watching? How does she respond when her physical comfort, plans, or vanity are disrupted? Does she lean into maturity or collapse into bitterness? Is her reverence for the Most High an active daily discipline seen in her speech choices and boundaries, or is it merely a class/feast day label?
Dang.
They're in the chat. They're in the chat. With that, that's it for class. It's 9:30.
We're gonna conclude this session.
We're going to conclude this session with that. Stay tuned for session 2 on Wednesday. I know y'all had a lot of comments and questions.
Open availability next week.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Next week, Wednesday.
7.
Right. But hopefully this class made sense. I kind of rushed it.
Just a thing,
I kind of rushed it last night in my slumber. Hopefully it made sense. Hopefully y'all are gonna learn something, and we'll see what session 2 brings. Con? I didn't mean to drag y'all to 9:30, but it's a lot. But with that, we definitely gonna say shalom. We'll see y'all back here on Saturday.
Shalom.
Long pause.
I might